Hi, I'm Donathan.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are Craving Cinematics. Today we're taking a look at a silver lining movie from 1967 called The Reluctant Astronaut. So, Kelly, you saw it. What did you think?
Well, it was a very cute movie. It stars Don Knotts. So right there it tells you that it's not a serious movie. It's not going to be anything earth-shattering, but you're going to really enjoy it and have a lot of laughs.
I personally grew up with this movie. Like Kelly said, it stars Don Knotts, but it also has Leslie Nielsen in it.
Oh, yeah. A young Leslie. Oh, cute.
Yeah, exactly.
He was cute.
Now, the interesting thing about this whole movie, as I was growing up, the big thing was the space program. In 1967, they were preparing and going through the Gemini missions. Don Knotts, who plays a 35-year-old man named Roy, who is constantly dominated by his father submits an application to NASA for him to be an astronaut. However, the funny thing is that Roy doesn't want to do anything like that.
He's afraid of heights.
Exactly.
I mean, just even walking upstairs makes him dizzy. So
right. The premise being that Roy gets accepted to NASA, but not as an astronaut, but as a janitor.
But he doesn't realize that until he gets there. And so the whole town is up in arms because Roy is going to be an astronaut. He's going to work at NASA. And everybody's very excited. They throw parties. They
brag on him. He's in the newspapers.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that circumstances happen at NASA at the Space Center to where he inadvertently gets included in a photograph with the other astronauts, but he's holding a mop. But that picture makes it into his hometown newspaper, so that just reinforces everything. Then there are other funny circumstances where his father and his father's best friend show up at the Space Center to see Roy. So the movie continues on with that premise. Towards the end, Roy becomes an actual astronaut, therefore the reluctant astronaut. So for me, this really hit home. I was 6 years old at the time, and I'd always wanted to be an astronaut ever since I saw the moon landing and saw this movie for the first time. Now for me, what was shocking, as I got older and learned more about the spacecraft and the missions and that kind of thing, wondered how in the world a Gemini spacecraft was that small, because the Gemini spacecraft only holds 2 people. And when I saw one for the first time, comparing it what I was used to from the Reluctant Astronaut, there was no way Don Knotts could float around in that capsule the way he did. So for me, that was a big adjustment because that movie is so important in my childhood.
Well, I had never seen it before. Donathan wanted me to watch it because, like he said, it's one of his favorite movies that he grew up with. So we sat down and we watched it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a lighthearted, fun, just, crazy antic type movie with, Don Knotts, which is always crazy.
Right.
But if you're just out, or if you're at home, not out because it's not in the movie theaters, but if you're just looking for a fun little movie to watch the kids, that's safe, that's funny, that has a cute little storyline, I really suggest watching The Reluctant Astronaut with Don Knotts.
Yeah, and I totally agree. Again, this is one of those movies that really affected my childhood, and who knows, this movie can also affect another young child.
May have a future astronaut in your midst.
There you go. So, thank you for watching, and if you like this content, please hit that like button, and if you want to continue to see more content, please hit that subscribe button.
You like subscribers.
So I'm Donathan.
And I'm Kelly, and we are Craving Cinematics. Have a great afternoon, and please, always be kind to one another.